It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Rondale Moore. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Falcons and the Cowboys, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. taking it about the 16. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean reins to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
26.
Here's Pollard again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Falcons offense making their way onto the... Look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Play fake, Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. There he goes, right side. Still going. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing, Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Oh, his 5th sack of the season. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
On second down, it's Pollard. Shifts by him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's look at it. Spotted right in midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down, Cousins. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action now. Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and 8. Now Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brock Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get in as the try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Sky Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesar Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Derek Carr lighting it up. 3 touchdown passes there. The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Cousins. Wright's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 2nd and a couple. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. It to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, Cousins. That's going to be caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut the lead back down to 2. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Prescott on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second down, Prescott. Looking downfield for Pollard. That's caught at the 25. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And again, it's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Vaughn. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Cousins throw there, complete to Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little time.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on, and they decided to run the football, and it just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
2nd down, Pollard again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cowboys strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is. Receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man? So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st. You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, that is his caught for a Falcon touchdown. Brock Wright, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. 5 plays there on that drive.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He's got right on the short throw.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
They'll try and run for it.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A little bit of a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because your job, make sure the worst thing that happens to your offense is that you go into overtime. That could have been a game changer there if he came down with that interception.
And he's taken down, and that'll get him a little bit closer. But every yard at this point will help your field goal kicker out. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Cousins. Complete to right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, well, that got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Youngway Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.